as we'll see. The UConn Huskies taking on the winners of 9 straight, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Parker. UConn will deliver the opening kickoff, and we'll get this game going. And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Hawaii's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know
where to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Back to throw, it's Silver. Got the back over the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Huskies will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They're working that left side. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Huskies! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give on the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Hawaii! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UConn going back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Dropping back, it's Silver. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Off play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. And the Huskies want to move quickly.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Catch in the middle, it's Wilkins. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass, it's Silver. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. Now on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Complete to start this drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain. On 2nd and 10, a 4 wideout set, trips right. Running back searching for a hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Rainbow Warriors will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Give him 6. Touchdown Warriors!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing the go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Toledo is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Bruce Gradkowski should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game.
There he goes. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. UConn quick to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Rides to the back and leaves it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Scanning the field, it's Silver. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Almost everything has gone their way so far, up 21-7, and they have it back. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Got the 1st down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. The Rainbow Warriors, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Carney. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Rainbow Warriors are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. Oh, he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Unloads it left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Hawaii. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. UConn, 7. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He'll lose yardage again, and they say don't abandon the running game, but the running game's abandoning them. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. UConn will have to punt it away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Hawaii!
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top, because this guy's speed is a problem.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wants to throw. It's Silver. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Bring in the heat. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. So now it's 2nd and long.
It's 2nd down.
Back to pass. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This UConn offense really has it going. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. 3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Oh, and the attempt is no good. The idea was to draw just a tad closer. Instead, the mountain is still enormous. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Handoff from the shotgun. Oh, he's got a chance. Turning it on. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
1st down for the offense.
To the air, it's Silver. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Wilkins. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed over the middle. It's Mayo. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Lost to throw again. Big guy smells it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Go straight ahead. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's through. Sneaks it into the end zone.
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack and pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellows, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Navy is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 4 over East Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Rainbow Warriors trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The pull and throw off the RPO. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the catch on the left. Off and running. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
UConn, 14.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Silver. Gonna try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Well, we knew coming into this one the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this was one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Rushes on him. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Punt is in the air. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, nice to see you actually showed up for today's broadcast in paradise, given all there is to do there in Honolulu. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's say aloha once again to the guys inside Aloha Stadium.
And the Rainbow Warriors will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his line. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UConn offense goes back to work. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And the Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. The play action fake. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pocket breaking down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's the handoff. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Rainbow Warriors look to do some damage in the red zone. Looking downfield on first down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Dropping back, it's Silver. A little screen to the running back. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
2nd down coming up.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. UConn will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Pulls it in. It's Porter. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Snagged in the middle. It's Cantrell. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. And the Rainbow Warriors will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. UConn going back to work on offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. To the air, it's Silver. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. UConn will have to punt it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together.
A lot of ball handling goes on in the option, but after you pull it, you got to make sure you take care of it.
Because you're going to be in the teeth of the defense, right, Reese? I mean, if you pull that football, you're still in the center of the field where all those big D linemen and linebackers are living, so you've got to be extra careful with your ball security.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Silver. Oh, they're after him! And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Ball security always paramount. That football must breaks into the open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play. They're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. We've reached the end of the period, and Hawaii is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown Warriors! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Kentucky needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Lexington behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas.
To the air, it's Silver. Gets it out fast.
We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. To the air on second down. Here comes the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
That's why you got to avoid third and long situations if you're on offense, because the defense knows it's pass, and all these guys are pinning their ears back. They're getting upfield, and you're under so much duress. On top of that, you give up a fumble. That is a huge play for the defense.
The Rainbow Warriors trying to cash it in on first and goal. Quarterback will keep it. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Hawaii. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable. And with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UConn offense goes back to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so...
There's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. And the quarterback tried to make something out of it with his legs, but instead, he turns the football over.
And this is what you like about the quarterback. You don't want to handcuff him. You want to give him the freedom and the flexibility to get outside and create. That's where he's brilliant. That's really the added element he brings this offense. But you do need to reel him in with respect to the fundamentals and taking care of the football. Just has to do better moving forward.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. And the Rainbow Warriors, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. looking to scramble. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hawaii! That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the extra point was good to finish things off.
Hawaii 63, UConn 14.
He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of...
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying play action. Lofts one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And here comes the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Bully ball on 3rd and short. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Got it behind the line. It's Porter. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Plucks it out of the air. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Rainbow Warriors are moving quickly down the field. On the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Rainbow Warriors back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Power football with the run. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Never a doubt. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The UConn offense goes back to work. Looking for a man. It's Silver. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Wants to throw it. Gets it to him on the screen. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quickly to the tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. On the move, he fired. Got his man downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Good enough for a first down.
Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.